Okay, assuming you've watched the guide already, it gives you a full rundown. So we'll just do a recap for you guys. It gives you a full rundown on how to get this stuff started. So I've been working with people from the community, and some of them want to remain, like anonymous in this. Others probably don't care, but whatever. If they wanted to come out and work with others to do this stuff. So I have a couple that I'm actually using as editors for my channel specifically, but they've also started their own channels as well. Some of them have been successful, others are struggling. It's really niche dependent and just kind of striking while the iron's hot on the topic that you're covering. So I wanted to run through this first before, let me preface with, let's recap. So for all the new people that will be watching this, it'll serve as a recap for them because I'll record this video. So I think it's a 3-part or a 4-part, but it walks you through in depth on how to actually get this started from developing a niche to literally the very, very end of what the product is supposed to look like. So if you've watched up until then, you are pretty much ready to get started. Some of the nuances aren't there, like people were wondering where to find editors and stuff like that. Editors can be found in Fiverr. So Fiverr is what I use. Like I mentioned, I think on the live stream, I used editors from as cheap as $20 to as expensive as like $600 per video. The sweet spot seems to be $100 as far as like bang for your buck, where your video isn't penalized because the editor sucks. Anything above that is very stylistic. If you want editors that could do custom animations, I don't believe it's worth it for these videos unless you're trying to brand a specific style of editing that you want to be known for, right? Synonymous with your channel. If that's not what you're looking for and you just want to do faceless, then the $100 editors will work. Now, the problem is most guys, I don't think they have a right idea of what's happening with the faceless AI channel. They think it's slop. They think it's very low effort stuff. It's just not hard. That's the difference. It's not that it's low effort. It's just not difficult to do when you understand what you need to do. But it's not slop content. It's actually very informative depending on the niche that you're actually going to cover. Like the videos are the videos you would watch from Caspian Report, from Moon's channel, all those history channels. There's a bunch of other ones that I watch, but I can't remember some of their names right now. How Many Works is another big one that I've covered a bunch of times. They're all very informative channels, and they could be AI driven. You just have no idea. Like that doesn't necessarily mean that's their voice. Probably is their voice, but you would actually never know because you can also hire humans to literally do your voiceover. You just feed them a script, and then you work with a guy, and then you can lock in a contract if your channel gets big enough, and then boom, you have a voice actor that you're employing. And you'll always sound natural. But AI has come far enough, and on a longer time frame, it will get damn near perfect. There are currently still some issues, but most 90% of the issues got ironed out. Some of the voices that you could choose, especially with these updated models, have become incredibly good, and it's very hard to hear that perceptible AI-ness in the voices anymore. It takes a while to find some. They're constantly updating the algorithms, and it does tweak some of the voices. Some good ones I've had to let go because something happened with the tweak where the voice sounds extremely strange. So that does happen, and it could ruin your channel. But going back to an example of a successful channel that's doing this. This is one that I've been following and watching closely myself. He just posted a video, for example, we could see here, it's 6 days ago. I'll read out the numbers and you could watch it crystal clear later. But this video 6 days ago, he had 658,000 views. 2 weeks ago, 136. 3 weeks ago, 196. 4 weeks ago, 152. And not all of his videos hit because a month ago, he tried something weird, I guess. AI stocks the new tech CEOs. He only got 35,000. Only 35,000, by the way, is not bad at all. And he had one with, I guess he tried to go in a completely different direction. So this is just an example of what happens when you try to get out of your niche that you're building. All announced at Apple event in 10 minutes, he only got 7,000 views. When he went back to his normal style that you notice here, which is essentially this Google thumbnail thing. You notice he has Google in the thumbnail constantly. Those are the videos that are his big hitters. And he's using the Google look. I mean, he has like 3-4 videos in a row. He's putting NVIDIA, something like that on the front, something different. All the ones, even your thumbnail actually affects the performance of your channel in a sense. This is how tuned the algorithm is. Because you had Google on the front of your thumbnail, when you put Google on the front of your thumbnail again with very similar words and titles, you get shown to the very same audience that clicked on that Google video, the topic that you had from the beginning. He only has 110 videos, and he's probably gotten, how many views now? He has 10 million views. So if each view averages, or I should say each million views, let's just say averages $5,000, then obviously he's made a little over $50,000. So, and he's only been at this, he hasn't even been at this that long. He's really been jumping on this. He blew up on this Google stuff in the last year. So this is one channel. I have a bunch that I'm following. I can't remember the names of the other ones. But this is one that is active, that is posting consistently, and that's getting views consistently. So once you click on this video, for example, to see
without compromising
what he's doing, the video is only 8 minutes, 45 seconds long. You don't need to make a 30-minute video. It doesn't have to be full of filler and verbose. It just has to be poignant and concise and full of information, and maybe tugging on the heartstrings of people a little bit here and there. So we'll just play the beginning here. You could see what his intro
Microsoft,
like.
Amazon, Google, and almost every tech company you can imagine have tried to replace humans with AI.
This week, Microsoft announcing it is laying off nearly 4% of its workforce.
The CEO of Amazon telling the company's employees that some of their jobs will be replaced by AI.
In recent years, companies have laid off huge numbers of workers.
The new year is not starting off on a happy note for workers at some of the countries.
So I want you to notice the style. It's got nice, energetic music. This is how you should be looking at this stuff. Nice, energetic music. It starts right away with the action of a news report. Then it went into his voiceover for a quick second, then back into the action of a news report, and then his voiceover will then start.
Largest tech companies.
This was because companies were overconfident about their AI and automation developments.
Amazon is warning its employees that the company will have a smaller workforce in the future because of generative AI and agents.
However, it seems that companies are quietly backpedaling.
And another thing that you guys don't notice that he's doing, that you haven't caught on to, if you look at the top right here, this is how good Google is and YouTube at recommending videos. He posted this 6 days ago and he got nearly 700,000 views. On the top right here of my screen, there's a video called Replacing Humans with AI is Going Horribly Wrong. His video is titled Why Replacing Humans with AI is Going Horribly Wrong. Are you starting to see what's happening here? Are you understanding how he's getting discovered in the algorithm? Okay. That was 3 weeks ago, got 1.4 million views. Then Bernie Sanders' AI could wipe out the working class, 1.1 million views. And then he, as of 6 days ago, literally retitled the video that got 1.4 million views. And because the people that watch that video are interested in these words, replacing humans with AI going horribly wrong, YouTube's algorithm thinks that you will be interested in similar videos to that. So he made a video that is good enough quality and got the attention of all the people who watched Cold Fusion. This is that channel. And they literally clicked on this dude's channel, and all he's doing, this is called trend jacking. This is how he's getting views right now. So if we click on this Cold Fusion video.
Welcome to another episode of Cold Fusion. Since 2023, the fast food chain Taco Bell introduced artificial intelligence at over 500 locations. They're finally scrapping it. AI.
So Cold Fusion, 5 million subscribers, and it could be a fucking faceless channel for all you know.
It's excellent at doing more with less. It speeds up processes, cuts down repair, also caught blatant.
There you go. So he jacked a faceless channel, jacked another faceless channel. One may be AI powered. This one, Cold Fusion, might be a real person because it looks like to get 5 million subs, he's probably an older channel. But you can see here how you do the trend jacking. And if we go back to the economy media video and just let it play out a little bit, notice the pacing, notice the music, and notice the information.
The CEO of Klarna said AI would replace half his workforce in just a few years. And Klarna eventually reduced its workforce by 40%. But in 2025, Sebastian flipped that narrative on its head. He publicly stated that Quality human support is the way of the future for us.
In fact, leaked internal data indicate that problem resolution times increased by 27%, while unsatisfactory interactions grew by 35% in the first 3 months after implementation. Failures included incorrect approval of leave requests and inadequate responses to internal conflicts. This showed that AI is more effective in structured tasks than in processes requiring contextual judgment. Similarly, Taco Bell experimented with an automated voice system in 500 locations. However, the company had to limit its implementation due to errors in orders and billing, which affected customer experience and
an editor at $100 can do this graphic here in no time. This is literally, it's like a plugin that you could buy that helps you make these.
Operational efficiency.
I don't know if either of you two have interacted with an AI chatbot customer service thing, but it is a nightmare. I was stuck in like a chatbot death loop of like trying to get it to do what I want. Eventually I had to, you know what, pick up a phone and call a human being.
Duolingo implemented its system called AI First to replace part of contractors.
And you see, you get the gist of what the video is like. It's very good. He just has good timing on where he's putting in these videos, which he's sourcing, right? This is an interview from CNBC. The other one that had the nice graphics here with Klarna literally was Klarna's graphic about how they're moving through in their business investments for the future. And then the rest is just literally,
not be as helpful as some.
These little news clips inserted here, mixed in with his script. So if you can imagine, when you take out all the clips, really, he probably has 6 minutes of footage himself that he edited, maybe even less. He's doing it in a very smart way where he is speeding up the editing time by only needing to edit as little as possible, which is good because all these sources make your video naturally more authoritative. So for some people, they're looking at this and going, fuck, dude, editing's so hard. It doesn't have to be. And if you can't afford a guy for, say, $100 or don't have the time because you're working 12-hour shifts, you can hire someone on Fiverr to do something like this. And it's very easy to just show them, hey, this is the channel. This is the style I want. I want you to do all this. And they'll go and find all the clips and make all the relevant insertions where they need to be. And all you need to do is give them directions.
Organizational impact is also reflected in employee turnover. Companies that implemented AI without human supervision experienced an average increase of 22% in voluntary turnover during.
So you get the gist of what this looks like. And look, it's funny. It says AI voiceover while talking about AI taking jobs is diabolical. So people know it's AI. They're not bothered by the fact that this is AI. When you make videos like this, people think like there's, that uncanny feeling of listening to AI. Like, oh, the moment I hear AI, I turn it off. That's not what people do all the time. The views alone tell you that people don't do that. If it's slop, if the voiceover sucks, if the scripting is shit, if any part of the video is bad in that sense, people will not watch your content. This is the simple thing that you need to hit. Have a good script and a good voice and decent editing, and you're there. That's it. This is all you need. And nobody will get tired of whatever it is that you're making. But people, inevitably, when they get into this and they try to reproduce it, they half-cock everything. They will pick a voice that sounds like shit and maybe run out of credits or don't feel like people won't notice. People will notice. Okay? And they'll skimp on the editing and try to put absolutely garbage B-roll in there that looks like complete shit. Or they don't take their time with editing. Or they'll use absolutely horrible music. Or the scripting is just horrible. If you don't even have the script is the foundation of everything, and then you shine it up with a good voice. So if you don't even script properly, if you have something that's just like machine gunning people's ears to death with stats and citations, you're going to lose them. If it doesn't seem informative enough, if it's just like slop, filler words, constantly repeating points that were already made, you're just going to lose people. You have to learn how to tell a story. And the AI bots are very easy at telling stories right now, especially when you follow the guide. It's very easy. And I even have like a little format, a template for you guys to enter in that it can spit out a very decent first draft for you. And then you can make a channel and literally post it. Now, something that you'll have to wait on is results. It's very rare that you post a video and within 1 day, it just blows up. 2 days, it blows up. It took me 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I posted the same video with just different editing styles. on 3 separate channels, all fresh, all started from scratch, no seasoning and authority building, none of that. And it took 2 weeks on each one to finally get discovered in the algorithm. And I did what this guy did. I literally trend jacked a video that had gotten 2.4 million views on whatever the topic was. And I took his video just like this. If you look, I should have this option here. I have YouTube Summer up here. This is an app. It's in the guide on how to get it. And you literally just click the down arrow here. And I have the entire script of this video, the transcript. YouTube transcribes every single word spoken. And then you just hit it again to copy the plain transcript. And I can send that into the AI. This is how lazy you can get with this stuff to at least start. You copy the script, paste it in the AI, say, hey, this is my rough draft. I need you to rewrite this in a unique way. Read it, take out some parts, include some parts, do whatever you want. You could do just an easy rewrite and say more emotion, more storytelling, less numbers or more numbers, or it doesn't matter. It's whatever style you want. But take notes when you're watching the videos of say a competitor that you're looking to knock off or copy. Take notes, like how often are they switching between the scenes? Count. How often? Look at this type of music that they're using. Is it high energy? Is it like chill elevator music? What is it? All right, look at their intros. What did they do in the first 60 seconds? In the first 15 seconds? How did they get people's attention? Did he start with a question? Right? Did he jump straight into the action? Once you reproduce that on paper, you're going to have what you call a formula, right? This is your framework that you're going to copy. So you take his entire script here and you'll literally throw it in to whatever AI you want to use. I personally prefer Claude. And so we can copy this, for example. Let's just do that really quick. We'll just copy this. Let me pull up Claude.
Isn't Claude $300 a month?
No. I mean, you're going to need to get the one that's $100 a month, but no, you don't need. Grok is the $300 one. I think Claude's most expensive is $200, but that's not needed. And I think you might be able to get by with a $20 a month one also. But for me, I prefer the 100 because I'm using it all the time. Just on every day, like daily driver, talking about shit too. So here we go. So I got Claude here, and then we copy paste that transcript. It gets pasted down here, and you could literally say, this is my rough draft for YouTube. I want you to rewrite this to be viral. And we could start off with just that's simply that. Analyze it for its strength and weaknesses. That's it. Boom. We just hit that in the AI, and then he's just analyzing the script. You can click here and see what he's thinking. It says analyze its strengths, rewrite it to be more viral. Strengths, it's timely, it's a relevant topic, it's a good example. Tesla, CLA, Duolingo, data-driven with specific statistics, shows both sides, failures and potential. Concrete case study. So you're getting an idea while you're watching how it's thinking through this. Exactly, you're getting insights on things that you should look for, right? Pacing, the weaknesses, the hook could be stronger, more shocking. Pacing is slow, takes too long to get to the main point. Too many statistics dumped at once, lacks emotional storytelling. Missing strong personal anecdotes, no clear narrative arc, ending is weak, anticlimactic, missing viral elements like controversy, surprise, or strong emotional hooks, too formal or academic tone in places, blah, 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 blah. For viral content, I should focus on a stronger hook, better pacing, more emotion, pattern interrupts, controversial or surprising angles, clear narrative structure, stronger call to action, blah, blah, blah. So he's analyzing here. He spit out in green checks the strengths. Then the weaknesses, he says the hook is a critical issue. Opens with generic, companies are using AI. Everybody knows this. No shock value or controversy in the first 10 seconds. Okay, great. So then he does the viral rewrite right here. We don't like that it gave us these little timestamps, right? I say, I don't want timestamps. Please write this in paragraph form, as I'll put it in 11 labs. There you go. So now he's just going to write this in paragraph form. Okay. And then he started here. And his beginning is 55% of companies that fired humans for AI now regret it. So that is a strong start. If we go to the video, how did the video start this off?
Tesla, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, and almost every tech company you can imagine have tried to replace humans with AI.
This week.
That's a very strong start too, actually. So both of these are strong starts because you could do 55% of companies that fired humans for AI now regret it. And then the editing that brings this out can show all the logos of the big tech companies. And it keeps going. And they're quietly hiring them back. Tesla lost millions. Duolingo's lessons got so bad, users quit in droves. So I'll just put this beginning in here. And I'll use the voice that I've been using on my channel and a couple of other ones. And let's get that going here. And so just so you guys can hear what this shit sounds like. So I'm doing this live, how I would do it offline for my actual channel. So this is 11 Labs. I have a voice here called Jeremy that I found, and we're going to generate the speech. I prefer male voices.
55% of companies that fired humans for AI now regret it, and they're quietly hiring them back. Tesla lost millions. Duolingo's lessons got so bad, users quit in droves. CLA went from AI will replace half our workers to human support is the future in less than 2 years. This is the story of the most expensive hiring mistake in tech history.
So that's one good generation. I could take that right now and put it in the video. Let's see what number 2 did.
55% of companies that fired humans for AI now regret it, and they're quietly hiring them back. Tesla lost millions. Duolingo's lessons got so bad, users quit in droves. CLA went from AI will replace half our workers to human support is the future in less than 2 years. This is the story of the most expensive hiring mistake in tech history.
Talk to me. How good is that? Do you see how good it's gotten? It's very emotive. There's nothing robotic. It sounds like a real person is reading that. And I'll let him keep speaking.
Picture this. You're a customer service agent. You've worked at your company for 3 years. You know every product, every workaround, every angry customer script. Then your manager calls you in. We're going in a different direction. The AI chatbot will handle your workload now. This happened to 3,000 people at CLA alone, 2,800 at Telstra, hundreds at Duolingo. The promise? AI would be faster, cheaper, never call in sick. The reality? An absolute disaster.
There you go. So that was one quick generation, 2 probably real good ones. They speak with slightly different cadences, but as you can tell, you add music on top of that, some nice distracting graphics, some cool B-roll, and you've got a fully fleshed out script with a voice that's ready to go for editing like this.
But some new research shows
Intervention can resolve incidents immediately. Despite these challenges, AI can be complementary if implemented strategically. 80% of leaders plan to train their employees.
You see? And we have a very good voice with nice emotion built into it. And we would be ready to rock right now. So you would go in here and you would take literally this entire script that I just made in fucking seconds with you guys. And you would copy paste it from top to bottom. And if you say, you know, this script appears a little too short, you would need to do around, let's just say, I mean, he only had 8 minutes. I typically do around 1,200 words, but you could do less than that. And we could put this in Word just to check how long it is actually. And let me do that here. It's 745 words. Yeah, so 745 words plus some clips thrown in, plus some clips in the middle. You have your 8-minute video done. This is literally the similar length script this guy used. This, with 745 words, I think you would only use, let me double check. Let me see if I put, how many generations would I need if I copy this? Because you have a 3,000 character limit. So that's 2952 out of 3,000, 2 generations. It would only cost you 2 generations. So we could generate this entire block in one go, and it'll sound good without fucking up. And then I would generate one more time the entire bottom block in one go, and that's it. Now I spend the rest of the time searching for nice news clips. And how easy is it? Because you literally just have to search on YouTube, hey, you know, like AI companies replacing workers, or white collar crashing because AI, you know, Google mass firings in tech, blah, 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 blah. And you'll find a ton of news clips to take from. Find the ones with the most energy, the craziest stats, start piecing that shit together, and you're done. You can do this all yourself if you just learn very, very basic editing, right? It might take you a while to do these little basic graphics with numbers, but like I said, there are plugins you can buy that are already pre-programmed to do this, and you literally just change the numbers and what the letters say, and they appear on the screen just like this, and you just input, you just change shit. This is very, very worth it for a lot of people. This is going nowhere. More and more videos will be like this. What happens is people make the mistake of thinking that they're too late to the game, that somehow, for some reason, you cannot reproduce this. Or if you do, it doesn't matter because saturation is so high and everybody's doing this. It doesn't matter that it's so easily accessible. It matters that most people will not produce a product worth watching. The vast majority will put out garbage. The difference here is we have a system through the guide. If you follow it, you will produce something that is actually of quality. The only thing, your script will be good and make sure you have a good voice. All you have to do is nail the editing. That's it. And the editing bar is very low as is for these videos. You're not doing custom graphics that cost a lot of money. This is where they charge you like $600 something. So
where do the graphics come from?
They're custom made. You mean like these, like the ones I was just showing, where you could buy the plugins? You could just search for plugins,
yeah, I guess
graphical plugins for whatever you're using. Let's just say I use DaVinci, for example, as an editor. Just say DaVinci plugins for text styles, lower thirds, YouTube packs, shit like that. And they'll have like millions of them. It'll come up on Google.
Sorry, that part I get. I was looking at the short video clips. Like they were pulling it off the news or something. Where do they get those from?
YouTube.
So they're copying other YouTube content.
What do you mean when you're watching on shorts, the news clips? Like the news clips of Fox and stuff and CNN and whatever when they're reporting?
No, sorry, that was just an example. But like in the video that you just showed, there were, various cuts of people talking and
just grab that off YouTube. Like if Joe Rogan was saying something about AI with a guest, then you just grab that snippet of like 7 seconds, whatever, of them talking about AI, and you drop that in your video, and that increases engagement because it's like, oh, there's Joe Rogan. Oh my God, they're freaking out about AI. Grab another one from like a Fox News segment. It's like, oh, 30,000 people just got fired from Meta. News report about this. Grab another one where they're interviewing somebody like you did at CNBC, where they're talking about AI layoffs, something like that. And you pepper these throughout your video. You just grab these all. You could download them off YouTube.
And then the copyright issues, there's if it's under 8 seconds, then you don't have to pay royalty.
There's no copyright issues unless you're actively taking something like, say, The Simpsons or whatever. Like that'll trigger past 7 seconds. But news stuff is very safe. You can grab an entire news segment if you want it and repost it. News companies don't come after you. But 7 seconds, 8 seconds is clearly, it's like 100% the safe mark where you can grab copyrighted content. But news is not copyrighted. So grabbing something off Fox or off CNN and taking 20 seconds and using that as your intro or your opener or, a bunch of things like that, you're fine. But if you're going to grab stuff from like shows, movies, shit like that with strong copywriting, then 7 seconds max and you'll be fine. So you could grab little scenes from movies and then quickly move on to the next thing. But if you're going to jack
and your Fiverr editor is finding and clipping those and putting them in?
He's doing, for $100, he does everything. I touch nothing. I literally just gave him a video today. I did in like 10 minutes. I dropped it in the little Google Drive and I was like, hey, I got another one for you. Boom, paid him $100. He's already working on it. In 3 days, he'll be done. I have another one working on another one and another one working on another one. And then I'm going to build a team of like 5 to 10 of these guys where I can get up to one video every single day because they don't take long. I can do this over coffee. Once you get this system in place, you can literally get this done with a coffee while you're drinking it, waking up in the morning, checking emails, all that stuff. And then you send it off to the editors. This is my preferred route because I'm strapped for time. Otherwise, I would just edit my own shit. But I just don't have time to edit. I have other things. But for other people that your time may be strapped to, then do it this way. $100 is more than enough. And go find and build a team of editors that edit exactly how you like. They all offer revisions. So if you don't like something, you can just make notes and tell them, hey, minute 37 didn't like this. Hey, can we change this? Hey, this, that, there. Hey, on their video, they did this. We didn't. Can we add something like that in? Blah, blah, blah. And then what happens is you build a working relationship, and then they start to understand like what you want, what you're looking for, and you won't need to guide them anymore. So I have the
And are
editors off
these-
of Fiverr. They know exactly. I don't even give directions anymore. I just send them a video and that's it.
Are these North Koreans?
No, some are Pakistani, some are Eastern European, one's American. They're kind of all over the place. Yeah.
Okay.
They're all cheap. They're all because these videos don't actually take much skill to do. They can't really charge a lot because there's guys that'll charge you $20. I mean, they do a shitty job, but the market is very saturated these days. You can't. Before, people used to charge up the ass, but not anymore. Like the only way you would charge more than $100 is if you're doing some sort of like customized work. So this $100 comes with all of them finding B-roll, the music selection as well. They'll do the music for you. And they'll also find the news clips if you want to use them for intros or peppered throughout the video. They do everything. But you have to do the most important part of all. You need a good script and you need a really good voice. Once you nail those two, the editing part is the easy part. And as you've seen, this is already very easy.
Is paying them a tax write-off too?
If it's through a business, then of course, because it's considered an expense.
Okay.
Yep.
And then, does it matter if you have different videos and different subjects, but it's all financial, or does it have to be on the same company?
You can do on whatever you want. If it has, like, for example, his is called Economy Media, so he's probably doing all finance related stuff, economy. But what's important is once you pick a video I think the easiest way to start for everybody is just find a video that's already fucking got millions of views in the last couple of weeks. It's a trending topic. Just fucking reproduce it differently. Make sure it's quality from the get-go. Don't skip any fucking corners. Do everything correctly, and then your video will take off eventually. Okay, just give it a couple of weeks. It took mine 2 weeks. Once it got discovered in the algorithm, the very first video got like 300, 400,000 views. And then the next one got like 600,000. And then I got monetized. I say it took me 30 days to get monetized, but honestly, if you just count the first video, I got monetized off the first video. It just took 2 weeks for the algorithm to find me. And now, so example, you start your channel and you post up your topic, you get discovered in the algorithm because you got the right trend going. And what you need to do next after that is you're going to have to reproduce the video in as many ways as you possibly can so you can build an audience. So the way you see this Economy Media channel, basically staying within AI job firings, AI coming to take your job, AI and its effects on employment, AI and the economy. So he's playing off those things, the AI and the economy. And he found his little niche that, the algorithm absolutely loves for him. And he's being shown to people constantly over and over again. So his audience is growing. And now he's going to begin slowly. He's going to start, and he has already started, introducing wildly different topics just so his audience can broaden in scope. So what ends up happening is the ultimate goal is your channel audience becomes so big and wide that you can cover almost any topic and it will produce good results for you. Because what's going to happen is you're going to have to milk the initial viral video that you get. And once you get the viral video, you must milk the shit out of it. Do not take that as a cue to go into a different topic like, oh, cool, now I can do something. No. Milk the shit out of it for like 10 more videos and just different ways or slightly like different nuances or, whatever it is. Figure out a way to write about the same thing, but in a different way so that's fresh and new for everybody. If it's AI, then it may be updating everybody every other week on the updates of AI and who got fired and what new AI came out or how it went horribly wrong for this company. That's all relevant and fresh and new, but you're staying within your niche. And that's what you want to do. Biggest mistake is you try to spread your wings too early into other topics and then it'll absolutely crush your reach. So I think that should cover it. Any questions for you guys?
One of my observations with AI content is that there is a lot of crap out there that still gets pushed to my feed. Mm-hmm. And I just have to, I don't know right away that it's crap, but so I'll watch it and then I'll realize, okay, this is just AI crap. Mm-hmm. I think, and maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe the market says otherwise, but my time is limited. And when I invest a couple minutes into a video only to find out it's crap, I get pretty disappointed with AI developed content.
So don't.
So I just wonder if
that's all. Don't make crap. That's your
well,
answer. Because this is AI. The video that got
Yeah.
658,000, that's a well-produced video. It's not crap. If you're actively into, AI and how it's doing, what it's doing to companies and its effects on the job market, this is news to you. This is great information. This is all these stats are cited. This is real news reports, real interviews. This doesn't qualify as slop. So somebody watching this with an interest in AI and its effects on the job market is probably going, wow, that was great. That was good, informative video. Subscribe. I want to watch more. I want to see more about what's happening in the market. So there's a very big difference from absolute garbage.
I find it to be just sensationalized. I mean, if there are, credible, resources listed, then that would be different. But
well, yeah, it's all
I
cited.
just see, is it? Okay.
Yeah, he cites it all in the video.
I don't follow any faceless channels. I've kind of gotten to the point where it's like, hey, if there's not a human being back there who actually knows what they're talking about, then I'm not interested.
Yeah,
just
look,
because I don't want to invest.
Source Business Insider. This is Tesla factory workers say the company still struggles with broken robots. Another one. Source Reuters or Reuters, however you want to say it. Tesla's all-nighter to hit production goal fails. Another one. So he's citing literally everything. When you see this text come up, he has the citations up there. Teslarati, another one. And then this was Tesla's own video. Then he has the source up here, Klarna. So that video, this was sourced directly from Klarna, talking about their company operations with AI, right? Another source here, let's see, I think it's Taco Bell, right? Taco Bell rethinks future of voice AI at the drive-thru, August 28, 2025. This is a well-sourced, this is what AI is really good for. Scrounging up all corners of the internet, sourcing everything when you do those deep researches like the guide tells you, and then you will have sourced factual information that you turn into a script. So it could be as data heavy as you want, or you could write more on the sensationalized side, but it's all backed by data. Source, Shopify. He has the sourcing constantly, which especially for, let's just say, a segment of the audience that's like you, that hates slop, really appreciates the fact that this is all sourced. Look, source UPS. Every headline he grabs. Look, this one was CNBC. There you go. CBS Morning News. Welcome to the age of office paranoia when layoffs and AI, blah, 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 blah. So this is all news. Business Insider. There you go. Okay. So none of it is fabricated. And that's what I mean. It's not slop. You could use AI to make low effort slop. That's absolutely garbage. And I block those channels too. But if I came across this video, there's nothing in this video that makes me go, yeah, it's bullshit. That's not real. No. The sources are all there. You can't even question the video. It's ironclad. And he makes it that way on purpose. Because when you make AI content, you have to come across authoritative, and any number you cite must be factual. And that keeps people coming back. Because now you build trust. So whether you're an AI voice or it's a real person speaking, it doesn't matter. You still don't see their face. And voiceovers are getting good enough that you won't be able to tell really soon, probably within a year and a half. So it's irrelevant. We already have massive channels with tens of millions of views that have been faceless their entire careers. It's just a voice presenting you information, and you trust them to present accurate information to you every time you watch the video. That's why it's not slop. And that's your job, to make sure you are one of those people and not somebody creating low effort bullshit. So
yeah, well, that's the value add. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Yep. Is that in making it not slop, you actually have to have some ability and expertise to be able to tease out what's actually important. What news sources to drop versus which ones are the most important to punch up.
That's also funny enough that you say that. Once he does all the sourcing from a deep research, you just literally say, make sure you only quote the most shocking stats. And then he'll go and rate everything, and then literally pick out the most sensational, crazy, high impact numbers in all the research it's done. And then you're quoting the best of the best information. So it's not just fucking machine gunning you with stupid citations and statistics that don't mean much. It's like the best headlines are chosen. And that's how you get a video like this. I guarantee you the way he made his video is he went to that other one, and then he did a deep research to add extra data that wasn't in that video. And he waited a couple of minutes, deep research done. And he said, here's my script. or he has his own process completely. And he says, add some of my new deep research information in there. Make sure you're taking only the best headlines, right? That would gather the most eyeballs, and then incorporate them in the script, a new one, a unique one. Boom. And he has this video. And then he threw on a couple of other extra videos that he's found from like clips from the news, interviews, stuff like that. And now he got 658,000 views, and that most likely earned him over $1,000. And he probably did this over a cup of coffee. So that's the power of this stuff. Will most people do it to this level?
That's the market speaking.
Yeah. Market. Yeah. It's market proof right there.
It might still be stopped depending on who the consumer is, but the market says, hey, this is worth money.
Yeah, big time. And consistent views too. That's another thing. If you getting a one-hitter quitter, good job. But the fact that you're reproducing it consistently, video after video after video, you have a market segment and you have a business. So this is proof of concept here for anybody that's wanting to do, for example, to knock this guy off specifically and do this kind of content, because AI is not going anywhere soon. It's about to revolutionize our life. You're positioning yourself on a topic that's going to be important for forever, from now in perpetuity, apparently, especially with the rapid changes it's undergoing. It's always going to be in the news, in the headlines, talked about. The products themselves are iterating extremely quickly, so there's updates and constant disruptions in all aspects of society and all sorts of, businesses and industries. So that's a great topic to get into. That's one of many. That's like really good up and coming. And there's not many channels that are covering it with a quality enough that they could retain viewers, because most people literally default to shit. I'm telling you, I've already rated a bunch of videos from guys that have submitted them to me. I'm like, what do you think? And you would be shocked at how fucking shit they are. And then the excuses are always the same. Well, I thought this was good enough. Well, I just did, this was my first try. So, I was going to put this out. If you're going to toe dip, don't do this. You'll waste your time.
Yeah.
It's already so easy. Yeah.
I agree with that. I think you have to have a news, or you have to have a nose for what's news, right? For what people find interesting. And then you have to have some expertise in the material to some degree.
No, you don't. That's the crazy part. You don't have to know anything about the material. You just have to find videos that are performing, even if they have an actual person on camera. And if he's getting consistent views talking about a topic, or say news, let's just say, because we're talking about news, you don't need to know anything. You just need to have the AI research all the things on the internet, scrape the entire internet on the topic. It will condense all of that into one big report. And then you use the report to make it right about whatever it is in the report that you want. And it's more authoritative than any human being that's an expert in the topic. And that's what's crazy.
For example, though, let me just posit this to the group. There is a couple channels out there that do astrophysics, because kids like planets and they like space and blah, blah, blah. And so there's a couple channels that, and this is, AI would be great at looking up all this information. And then they make a video about it. And I've clicked on a few of them because I haven't seen anything like that before. Mm-hmm. And sure enough, it's crap, because whoever put it together actually has no idea what the topic is. They might be interested in it, and they just trust AI to come up with a good script. And then they put together some graphics, and the graphics look great, but the script is just absolute shit. And then they just pump out these videos. And now I'm just like, nah, you guys don't know what you're talking about. You don't know even what's important. Like, some people geek out about it. Mm-hmm. And whoever puts this together isn't even geeking out about it. They're just stringing together a bunch of facts that don't mean anything to anybody.
And you can tell the AI too, hey, my audience are geeks. They really enjoy the material. Don't speak down on them. Don't talk down to them. Assume they know the material well. So be careful with you citing information, all that shit. And then it'll just literally spit out something that it can't be taken down by any geek. Like everything.
Yeah, like the title. The title of the last one I remember was, could you survive a day on Venus, or, one planet? And then it talks about, what if we put you on the surface of Venus for a day? What would happen to you? Well, the atmospheric pressure would crush you instantly. Okay, that video's over now.
Yeah, but it's
there's no oxygen, there's no atmosphere, or if there is, it's going to kill you right away.
it's low effort entertainment mixed with a little science knowledge, and it's cool. It's like, yeah, what would happen if we went to Venus, and like you get to see nice cool graphics, and it's like you will get squished and fucking melted. And it's like, oh great, that's cool. I never knew that.
Well, technically, it's suspected you could have like floating cities with balloons on Venus, but that was a while ago I heard that. So,
oh, this is Charles' channel. You're the one that makes the stupid.
Oh no, I'm just saying, like, because
he should make that video. Why you can have floating cities? Too. Make that video, Charles. Why you can have floating cities on Venus, and then convince everyone.
There's your first.
Yeah,
there's your first.
I won't watch it though. Sorry, bro.
Nah, it's okay.
But there's a bunch of this content. You click on one, and then Google thinks, oh, he likes this stuff. I'm going to serve him more. It's like, no more slop, no more low value. I don't know jack about the subject, and AI did it all for me. Slop. I don't need it.
Yeah, I try to. It depends on the AI channels. I try to stick to like more factual stuff. So that's why a lot of the channels I watch are more like people based who do their own research. Maybe they use AI to do the research, but they double check it just to make sure it's correct.
Yeah.
And so, that's the kind of stuff I listen to. But if there is something that's like voiceless and I don't know it's AI, and I feel like, okay, yeah, that's correct, then I'll probably listen to it.
Yeah.
But then I know a lot about different subjects, so I can pretty much kind of snuff out real quick if it's correct or not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not an expert, but I know enough to know whether that video is telling me the truth or not. But I don't think most people are like that. So most people are like, listen, okay, yeah, that's true. That's true.
You also have to understand people's viewing habits. Like, they're not going to be like yours. People sometimes just hit play and let YouTube run in the background. And these faceless AI channels with perfect voiceovers are just playing nonstop on a playlist. Or, while people are cleaning, or while they're busy exercising, or it depends. Like, anybody, you don't know in what state they're in when they're watching the videos. They might not even be watching. Half the time people are actually doing shit and something's just playing statically in the background, whatever it is that the videos that are auto recommending to them. So if you get something that's interesting enough that while somebody's like cooking in the kitchen and they hear a crazy stat, like we had 55% of AI companies regret using AI, they're going to be like, wait, what? That's crazy. And then go back to making their fucking pasta, So that's also a thing. Or listening while driving. You don't actually have to be watching. You could just play one of your favorite channels. It could be an AI voice because you don't actually watch it. You don't give a fuck for it to have a person on screen. So, like Charles trucking, he's driving fucking, let's say 8 hours in a day. He's just going to have shit playing. And sometimes he glances over when something catches his attention. But for the most part, he's just playing videos and hearing information. Now, that voice that the guy's using on Economy Media, it's very nice. It's like a perfectly spoken woman's voice. It's soothing, and it's just hitting you with stats and facts, and it's all sourced. And you're just like, oh, wow, you're learning. That's the value. You're actually like learning something watching that shit. And you're keeping up to date with what's happening in the market with AI. That's not slop. Just because they're using AI doesn't make it slop. So you have to get out of that mentality. It's the same mentality problem people have when they're thinking about YouTube in general. Oh, it's too saturated. I don't know if I have anything valuable to say. You can't make that assumption.